What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another TCR podcast with your one and only Lily Bay in the house, Impro Mondo, and I know it's your favorite day of the week, Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, man! I'm excited to be here. Last week's episode was amazing. You guys showed out. It's currently from our last 10 uploads. It's number one.
Ooh.
So it's doing really good, and the comments, you guys showed up in the comments, and you guys hit the like. So continue to do that. Continue to let us know what
some love.
We should keep talking about, what you guys want to hear. So the comments are very important for us. So I was reading them, and thank you guys for all that. What's up, babe? How are you over there?
I am good. Happy Hump Day, como dice Amanda. Hope you guys are having an amazing week. Last week for me, I was a little off. I'm not going to lie. I've been sick really for the past few days. And yeah, today I feel like I woke up feeling myself a little better, a little more energy. So yeah, I'm ready to get today's podcast started, honey.
Yeah, today's podcast is episode 140. Historically iconic number 40 is Twitter's original character limit of 140 characters, forcing people to be cohesive and creative. So just know that this podcast is going to be cohesive and very creative. I don't know about the creative part, but we're going to try. And I want to start with the hottest thing right now on my Twitter. No, not Twitter, on my TikTok. I want to start with this one, babe. Are the LA Dodgers for La Raza or against La Raza?
Oh, yeah, I've been seeing that.
What is going on with the LA Dodgers? Pretty much where all this began was with Nezza. She sung the Star Spangled Banner in Spanish.
Okay, yeah.
She was apparently not supposed to sing it in Spanish, but if you're going to do it, what better time to do it than right now, right? So just in case you guys don't know, on Saturday that she did the opening national anthem singing that they do at every single game. She did it, which was amazing. It was a Dominican, a Latina, pa la raza, So she sung it, and the LA Dodgers didn't love that idea, right?
Well, they told her right before she went on that she wasn't allowed to sing it, right?
Y le valió madre.
A typical Lily Bay move right there.
So her message right now is the following, and we're going to unwrap. What do you think? What do I think? And we'll go from there. I didn't think I would be met with any sort of no, she said, especially because we're in LA. And with everything happening right now, she said, but today, out of all days, I could not believe when she, which the Dodgers employee, walked in and told me no. But I just felt I needed to do this. Pa mi gente. That's what she said. She then gets, 3 days later, she gets an email from the LA Dodgers saying she's no longer allowed. Doesn't mean that she's banned for life, but she's reading through the lines, and that's what the LA Dodgers are saying. Which, to me, it doesn't make any sense. We're at this moment right now where you got to be very tippy-toey with situations like this. What do you think about that?
Like I was saying, I've been seeing this all over my social media, and a lot of people are very upset with the LA Dodgers. And I get where, don't speak politics or
don't get into it
or whatever. But I feel like right now it's not really about politics. It's more about morality.
Right.
And
what's wrong? Yeah.
The least that they could do, especially having a huge Latino fan base. And we see it all the times. Like even at that stadium, they sell micheladas and they sell tacos, and they truly do cater to the Spanish community. So even if they don't want to talk politics, the least they could have done was say, our hearts go out to the situation that's going on right now. That's it. I don't think people really need anyone to go too much into it. They just want to know that they are supporting somebody who has the same morals as them, or at least are also affected by the situation, right? So I feel like the LA Dodgers kind of messed up with coming back to her and telling her that. Like, I get it with where the girl was just doing her job. They told her no, to tell Nezza she couldn't sing it. She said it because it was like at the spur of the moment, I feel, type of deal. Nezza still sung it, and I feel like they just should have been like, okay, it is what it is.
We'll take it.
If we tell her if we get into it with her, it's just gonna make matters worse because
right.
people are gonna think that we're against them at this point. So maybe I feel like they shouldn't have said anything. Like,
Yeah, what's
what
crazy is like, we know, man. Like, I even want to go to LA Dodgers game because it's Mexican, it's paisa, it's la raza. But then you have the people down the street in San Diego. They just had a mariachi guy do the national anthem or sing a song.
And they have before.
And they went wild. So a lot of fans are like, you know what? I'm a San Diego Padres fan. Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, the reason,
right now, you know?
The reason why I don't see it as a big deal too is like it was still the national anthem, but in Spanish. It's not like she sung Dominican Republic's national anthem to where you're kind of belittling the American national anthem. No, it was still the national anthem,
just in the Spanish version.
So yeah, they could have just played the part like, okay, yeah, it's fine, right? It could have just been. Was it a LA Dodgers like Dominican night, kind of like the one we're going to this weekend? I
don't know.
Because and tomorrow, actually, we're going to the Tampa Bay Rays Mexican Heritage Night.
Tonight.
So I'm wondering if it was a LA Heritage Night for Dominican. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I thought Wanda would look it up for you guys real quick. But so yeah, if it was that, then even more so, it should have been okay that she did it in Spanish. Does that make sense? Because I'm like, what's the big deal? It's still the national anthem is just in Spanish, and the majority of your fan base is Hispanic. But yeah, what do you guys think down below? A lot of people were mad. I really didn't see anyone that wasn't mad. All the comments that I've been reading, the people were mad about that happening.
No, it's not. It's confirmed. It is not the LA Dodgers Dominican night. So yeah, that's not the case. If it would have been the case, yeah, it makes more sense of why she would like even push to do it. But she was what we were talking about earlier. She read the room and she's like, you know what? It's right to do it right now. I just feel like, let's say us as a brand, right? And we sell, I don't know, Michoacan t-shirts. And there's something going on in Michoacan, but we get a lot of customers from Michoacan and we don't say a word of what's going on in Michoacan, or we don't support or nothing like that, and we stay silent. And then at certain part of this business, we bash someone from Michoacan. How bad would we look?
Yeah.
You know, things like that. I feel like you got to read the room. You got to play your part, and you got to be smart about what you do. And
if you don't want to get backlash.
You just took a loss. You just took a loss, LA Dodgers, and I don't know what's going to go, because people are also mad that they're just trying to throw it under the rug, because now they released another statement about like some other breaking news just to hide that, like Ohtani's finally pitching, whatever. So like they're just trying to hide that situation.
And the thing with the Raza is that
they don't forget.
They don't forget, bro. There's so many different things that I've been seeing circulating social media with different restaurants or businesses and stuff like that, even influencers. We talked about it a little bit last week that are getting a lot of hate. And again, I was telling Mando, like, I get it. I get why. I'm not the type to ever go comment any negativity or hateful stuff. Like, I just kind of peep it, and then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to fuck with that brand no more or whatever. Does that make sense? But other than that...
Which you've done.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
But you're not on here like bashing them or nothing like that.
But I'm not like in the comments bashing, you know. But again, cada quien they
choose whoever they want to support, right?
That, and everyone releases their emotions differently.
Yeah, that's true. 100%. Talking about emotions, and something that I was really emotional about, and I was really shocked. Let's say shocked, not emotional. We went to the No Kings protest this weekend, and I was like, yo, like, I was shocked, you guys. I was ignorant about it. I'll be honest. I didn't do my full research as I should, but I went, you know, and we showed up, and I noticed that this protest wasn't about Mexicanos. That's what I thought, right? I was like, you know, it's something against
You thought it was
ICE,
another Mexican protest.
Right? But no, we show up, and there's like 6 streets full of people protesting, signs like crazy. The vibes are like at all-time high. I'm like, yo, this is a protest against that guy. Against that guy with the shitty fucking tan. Against that one, you know. I'm like, this is crazy. I mean, you talking about veterans that are mad, they took their money. You talking about the LGBTQ people, the LGBTQ family that, you know, their rights. Just everyone that's mad at this guy, they were there.
Yeah. And the majority of people at this protest were not Mexicanos. The majority were American. And a lot of these American also were holding up signs to abolish ICE and the immigration reform and all that. And I said it, I've said it a few times, and especially in a post, that let's not forget that not everyone that is not like us is bad, because we get so into, like, I would say aferrados.
I don't think people understand that. Can you like tell us exactly what you mean?
That's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
I feel like with all this social media going around, with all these racists, I'm just gonna say it straight up, that are coming out, leaving comments, and how do I say, being very openly racist. I feel like a lot of us start getting a little hatred towards those type of people.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of these racists that are coming out that I see online are always American. Always, every single time, right? So for a minute, I started kind of seeing Americans as, like sideways, like, do you like me? Do you not like, are you looking at me sideways because I'm Latina? And I've never been that type. I was raised in Tampa. The majority of people here are white, right? And I've never had a racist encounter in my life. But with all this social media going on, I started kind of seeing them differently until I kind of snapped out of it. I'm like, wait. Forget social media for a second. Lily Bae, in real fucking life on your day-to-day, how is your day?
How have you encountered
in my real day-to-day life, every single American friend that I have, not only friend, but let's say med spa that I go to, people that do my facials, people that I get my nails or toes done with, like people that I am actually not hanging out with, because obviously I don't hang out with the person that does my facials, right? But all of these people are super nice, have actually shown support, because obviously I follow them and I see that they do post stuff where they're with us, right? And this is before all of this came out, before all this situation started happening. These have been people that I have gone with for, let's say, a few years. So whenever all of this started happening, it did kind of cross my mind, like, I wonder what side are they on? Because if they're on that side, I don't want to keep supporting them, right? In my day-to-day, I started realizing, wait, no, Lily Bae, the majority of people that you are surrounded by and that you've encountered at the stores, at the mall, at your med spas and all this, everyone's super nice, and there hasn't been one racist person. Al contrario, they are with us, and they've spoken out about it, especially more recently that all this has happened. They come up to me and they give me t-shirt ideas, and like, you need to put this on a shirt, or I'll randomly see them repost things like abolish ICE, or we need an immigration reform, or things like that, right? Where it shows me that, damn, they are not all racist. And I was starting to kind of see everyone that's not like us as, oh, you're against us, because of social media. Oh, okay. And especially recently, there was, again, in Tampa, never have encountered any racism. Never. Even though we're in a red state, never, right? But recently, there was a protest, one that we didn't go to, that we heard about while I was on live. And the next day, I saw where the TikToks were going around about that protest. There's this one guy that pulled up, and he was a super Trump guy, right?
With a hat.
He pulled up with the Trump hat, and entre todos los mexicanos, he kind of was there to antagonize, and he was trying to get a reaction. Well, that guy, he has a social media presence here in Tampa, and in all his social media, he wears his hat. That's his thing. And when he went to that protest and I looked at the comments, every single person in his comments, and that's here in Tampa, was super pro him. Like, oh, let me know when you do it again. I'll pull up with you, or I wish I was there with you. Like, and that got me so sad, or like upset, because I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen this side of Tampa before. So where are all these people at? Like, right? But then the next day, there was another protest, which we actually went to. And guess what? None of those people were there. So that was another kind of, and we know this, that was another eye-opener that we already know. That online, la gente son trolls. They're brave. They're we call them keyboard thugs. So all these people that swear that they're gonna do something or swear that they're
gonna like speak out.
Yeah, that all these people that come out being okay with being racist, I feel like that's online. But in person,
right,
it's a whole different story. So with that said, that's why I said a few times, don't let social media kind of make you hate people that are not like us because you think automatically, oh, they don't like us. Try to remember in real life on your day-to-day, you're surrounded by, well, at least we are, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different races, a lot of Americans here in Tampa, and we've never encountered that. So instead of going places now with like my guard up and like, what bitch, don't look at me, I'm back to myself like, okay, no.
Yeah, and I feel like that's great that you did say it because you spoke about it last week, but I don't think you fully clarified what you meant. And that's exactly what you meant. And I love that because you go out there and like you said, you're like with your guard up, but people aren't like that in real life.
In real life, no.
And even,
in real life, the majority of people are super nice.
Yeah, and even like the sheriffs and the people talking crap online, do you think they really would say that in front of all these people?
Yeah.
When the time comes?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the sheriff stuff. We know that there's bad government officials out there. We know that. We see it on social media. And again, that's another example of how you see it so much, you start thinking they're all bad.
That's what it is, right.
But in real life, the sheriffs that we do know in real life, they're all super nice. The sheriffs that we see on the day-to-day, like...
the sergeants, the cops, everyone we encounter.
Always nice. So it sucks that social media kind of makes the bad things, like they highlight the bad things picture over and over and over and over. People start creating this hatred towards whatever that is. And so I'm just here to remind you.
Yeah, and before we move on from the protests, I feel like, well, I spoke it with a couple of people. And why are we there, right? We're there to speak up. We're there to show support. We're there to have our voice heard, right? And the problem here is that we do it for one day or a week and then we forget about it. But this shit is literally going on. I was on my way from my haircut yesterday, early in the morning, and I see an ICE van loading 2 guys up into the freaking van. They literally were going to work. And that's completely not fair. It's not fair and it shouldn't be done. And that's why we're here, to keep talking about it, to keep reminding you guys. So
it's still happening.
It's happening. So if you could go out there, if you could share a post, if you could do something, just do it because it's somehow, some way, there might be a change. And we're here to keep talking about it and to make sure that, at least we try and not stay silent, Talking about not staying silent. I want to get your opinion on this, babe. How can we avoid drama or problems with family when it comes to situations and topics like these? How can we avoid it? How can we not break up families, not cause problems?
Well, we already know that politics, religion, and what's the third one?
Money.
And money?
Yeah. Don't talk about money.
Politics and religion are 3 very touchy subjects that you shouldn't talk about with anyone. It's a thing. And I feel like people forget that. And it sucks because that's why you see everyone on social media getting canceled, especially influencers. They come after influencers like crazy on social media. But and to me, I don't expect anyone else to talk about it. I really don't. Like, do your thing if you want to say something, and if you don't, whatever.
Even though they have a voice, I am gonna
peep it. I am gonna notice it, but I don't expect anyone to do it, right? Because I respect the fact that we all grew up knowing religion, politics, and money don't speak about, right? I just grew up knowing that.
Because it causes so many problems. There's so much division,
Right now, I feel the difference is that they're not really speaking on politics. No. Right now, it's morality of how the situation is being handled. Wrong? So that, to me, is different, right? So with family, I would say, 1, not speak about it. But if you and your family are very close and you already know you guys are all on the same page because nunca falta like your lit cousin to say something or bring it up at the table, right? Not everything's gonna always run smoothly, right? But I would say if you guys have the same political views in common, yeah, that's fine. But if you know there's a certain cousin or tío or somebody out there que no está on the same page, don't bring it up with them. And just let it be. I feel like those situations, you're never going to get each other on the same page. So if you want to keep the peace, just read the room and know where you stand and know where he stands and don't speak about it if you want to keep the peace. Now, if you do have somebody that que le gusta stir the pot, dice Mando, y él llega a la fiesta mexicanota ya con su Trump hat, let's say, to me, that is very disrespectful. And it hasn't happened to us where somebody pulled up like that, but God. I know of a family that...
Really?
La mayoría ni papeles tienen y el esposo de una de las hijas llegó con su hat, right? Pero él lo hizo según in a way like playing around, but he is a supporter, but he did it like playing around. And people got really upset. And I 1,000% understand because at this point, it's not really politics. It's a morality situation with everything that's going on right now. So right now, it's very iffy to play around with things like that. So my opinion is just don't bring it up. Just, keep it to yourself. Talk about it with people that you know are on the same page as you are. And that's it.
I feel like all right,
to keep the peace.
Let's say, I'll be like, why do you feel that way?
No, Mando loves to pick at that shit.
Why do you feel that way? Why? Why does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we're gonna talk. Well, I won't battle with you. I just want to know why.
Yeah,
right?
Mando doesn't get mad.
I just want to know why.
Mando can speak to somebody and really know why and try to understand.
And I respect it if he really feels that way.
And he could keep going and going and going and going and going and trying to prove his point and going and going and going and going. But me, I'm gonna
Lily's
get pissed off.
Or she leaves. She's like, all right, I'm done with you. I'm
I'm gonna get pissed off, delete you, block you because nope, I'm not on the same page. So I'd rather not bring it up.
I had a situation, and I haven't even told you. I was like, someone said, why is Mando out there? He has no reason to be out there. He's good. He shouldn't be out there in the protests. Why? It makes no sense. Even if he's out there, the boss is a boss, and that is what you got to do according to them, right? Trump, whatever he says, go. But why not? If I could help 10 people see the message, see the video, see the shit that's going down, do it. I also had another friend. He's a friend, right? From back in the day. He messaged me. He said, hey, don't fall all into this mess. Don't believe what the media has to say. Obama did more raids and deportations. I responded like this. I said, wait, where is it? I said, yes, he might have done as double deportations, but what wrong is wrong doesn't mean when it's done. No response.
Wait, what? I didn't get that.
What's wrong is wrong, no matter when it's done. Deportations or not, it's wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what I told him. No response after that. I was ready to go see what he had to say, but de ahí ya no dijo nada.
Yo lo hubiera deleted a la verga. I would delete his ass.
Yeah,
because he's basically saying that it's okay that this is happening.
And I mean, I'm sorry. This guy has undocumented parents, which makes no sense.
That's crazy.
That's to me doesn't make any sense. So that's what I think. I guess my opinion on how to deal with this situation with family and friends, like, man, it's hard.
Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up. If you really want to save that, relationship, don't bring it up.
Well, me, I don't bring it up, but I delete them.
But sometimes they bring it up. I'm going to
give you an example. I had a few. Look, gracias a Dios, the majority of my family, of my close family, we're on the same page. But I have those random, far away family members that their whole social media life never post. Never post nothing. Never post nothing. It's their wife's birthday. They don't post shit. Maybe on their kid's birthday, they'll post their babies, but they never post nothing. Pero el día que ganó, ya sabes quién,
All of a sudden,
se la pasó todo el pinche día publique
they
y
become
publique y
social
publique
media
y publique.
influencers.
Like, que ganó que, you know, all of a sudden, like, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you don't even post when it's your mom's birthday, but you're posting that it's homeboy's birthday? Like, you're fucking obsessed. So those
Or
family
they like
members,
stirring up the pot.
like they trying to get a reaction. So those family members, I didn't say nothing. I deleted their ass. They don't even know they're deleted. I deleted them since the
Moving on.
elections. Yep. I'm like, no, I'm done because I respect everyone's like I said, I do respect everyone's opinions.
Yeah.
I just hate it when it's that way. Yeah. Like, you never talk about nothing. You never post nothing. But now all of a sudden, this is all you know, all you post all day, every day. Like, you just want a reaction at this point, right? So, yeah, those people I delete. Because I have other family members, again, distant, that were because a lot of them are not no more pro that. Mm-hmm. And they voted for whatever they voted, but they never posted nothing. They never went in to try to belittle the other side. And again, I would never post, and I never posted anything to try to belittle anyone that was pro him. Everything that I post right now is more of like the morality side of it. Like, this is wrong. You know, we're praying for better days and immigration reform and that type of stuff I post, right? Every once in a blue moon, maybe se me sale a little TikTok here and there where I'm like, fuck, ya saben qué. Pero other than that, I try not to.
Yeah. I feel like también ahorita, pues, it's a lot. Everyone's posting it and it's like all over. So.
And what your friend said, somebody told me that too. Somebody said, again, they always bring up Obama. Like, yeah, I know he did. Get over that. We know that. But did you guys see during Obama administration, yeah. Did you guys see the people getting deported the same way it's happening right now? We literally have been seeing it every single day on the highway, taking work trucks. Mm-hmm. During Obama's, it was more low key. Supposedly he was doing it.
The criminals.
He wasn't at the courthouse taking people that were trying to do it the legal way, how you see it right now.
Which is awful, man.
You didn't see him going into schools taking the kids. Right. There's a big difference right here. So for the people that think that is like, bro, open your fucking eyes. It's not about that. We know that people get deported every day. We get that. But the way that it's happening right now is what we're trying to say that we need justice for. And to renew the immigration process, ideally. Somebody said on one of the posters, it said, how did it say? You lose your shit over 15 minutes. No, you lose your shit waiting 15 minutes for your Starbucks. Imagine waiting 15 years for illegal access.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, that's exactly what we're saying.
Feels,
yeah. It shouldn't take that many years. It's ridiculous. I know people that have waited 10, 20, 30 fucking years. No mames. Like, yeah. We're in 2025. Back then, te la paso. There wasn't, Wi-Fi like that. Everything was very new.
It was all paper trail, yeah.
So I get it. But nowadays, bitch, you're just making an excuse not to legalize people here correctly. Mm-hmm. But anyways, that's just my personal opinion.
There you go. That's how we deal with that. That's how we deal with people that can't handle the truth. And talking about people that can't handle the truth. 3 signs that can't handle the truth, even when they ask for it. And I'm going to let Lily Bae bring that up. A ver qué nos dice today.
Number 1, Cancer. They be like, I wanted the truth, but not emotional damage. Why? Concerns are sensitive as fuck. They'll ask the truth, but what they really want is comfort. Give them the real deal, ? No. They're crying and saying you're heartless.
That's Cancer.
Number 2, a sign that can't handle the truth, Scorpio.
Nah, why always gotta be Scorpios?
For real. They'd be like, I wanted the truth, but only if I could control it. Why? Scorpios crave honestly, but only on their terms. They don't like feeling exposed, weak, or judged. Say the wrong thing, they'll hold a silent grudge until 2035. I agree. I agree. Remember, Mando's a Scorpio, but he's not a real Scorpio.
They say I'm not a real Scorpio.
He's on the last day. And number 3, 1,000% Gemini. 1,000%. I wanted the truth so I could twist it later. Why?
Oof.
Geminis ask for the truth, but once you say it, they'll hit you with the 3 different counter narratives. 4 jokes, 1 personal attack. Bonus, they'll tell everyone their version of what you said. 1,000%.
1,000%. I know 1 or 2 of them.
1 or 2, many of them.
I wish one of them has been on the podcast. Not gonna put her out. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. 3 zodiac signs that can't take the truth and can't handle it. We're gonna close off today with. I'm not gonna tell y'all what she said. I'm gonna show y'all what she said. I'm gonna put it here on video and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
When you say fuck ice, you lose the opportunity to say something better. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. I feel the sentiment. I get y'all. But if you have 3,000 signs out at a protest and all of them say F ice, you're losing the opportunity for those signs to say actual things. For them to state the felonies that this dude committed. For them to state release the Epstein files. For them to state all the atrocities. For them to state remember humanity. For them to state so many different things. That's my problem right now. The problem is that we're becoming too emotional with it. Mind you, I know I'm emotional. I be yelling, I be screaming, I be doing all that. I know. Take it from me. I'm like, right now is not the time for us to just say some dumb shit and just be, well, no, hold on, because that's what they want from us. They want us to be reactionary. I am reactionary. Bro, how many times have I reacted too quick and then I'm like, ooh, maybe I messed up. You mess up sometimes when you're just working on reactions and you're working on your emotions and you're working high strung. You mess up. We need to be smart right now. I'm telling you, and that's why I keep on going live and telling you guys some of this, because I feel like it's all happening in real time and we're messing up sometimes. Getting up there on lives saying F Donald Trump, that's not helping us. That's not helping us. Stop tagging me on songs that are F Donald Trump. I'm not getting on that song. I'm not getting on any of that type of stuff. We are beyond that. I've been said that. We've been said that. We are now on what's going to help us actually be able to keep this country from entering the dark place it's about to enter. We need to say smarter things now. We've been said F Donald Trump the last time. We said it already. We are now on giving a direct purpose to what we're talking about.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad she said it because that makes 1,000% sense.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone knows that guy, right? But now, having more factual stuff up there is,
things
I feel like
that
it
are
makes more of an impact.
Gonna try to make an impact. Because, yes, we get all excited. We get all riled up once the song comes up or once we see the signs. That's exciting. But what is the real issue here? Mm-hmm. How can we change it? We got to change our signs. We got to change our emotions. And we got to move forward with this. And shout out to Snow, the project. She has been leading the way a lot in LA. She's done she sat at protests. Like, she's done it all. So shout out to Snow, the project. We love her for that. And I just thought I should share that.
Yeah.
But that is it for today. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Lily Bay, for joining us. I know you're still under the weather. You're still here with us. You're drinking your little tea.
Thanks,
Hopefully
honey.
you feel better. Hopefully next week we could bring some more of this. And
I'll be al 100.
maybe next week we could kind of change it up a little bit because we don't want to bore y'all with the same
we don't want to
over and
be
over.
politics every single time.
Right.
Actually, today I thought we were only going to go into it a little bit and talk about something else, but it just happened to, we got into it. So next week we'll speak on something else unless something crazy happens, this week with that situation, because we do want to keep shining light on that with hopes that things change. But guys, that is it for today. Thank you all for joining us on episode 140, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
Nos vemos.